Hello! I have to fix the camera.
Oh, jeez.
Welcome back to Vegan Yums.
Hello, and welcome back to Vegan Yums. We need to go up a little bit. Up a little bit. Hello, everybody. If you're in the chat, say hi so that we know you're here. We're here.
We sure are.
Yes.
Look at us.
Look at us, right where we said we'd be.
Yes, adjusting the camera. Very professional.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Pablo.
Well, hi.
We made your shirt, Pablo. We made
did.
everybody's shirts.
We made everyone's shirts.
They look great.
They do. I'm very pleased. I think they turned out great.
Mm-hmm.
We got some food here.
We got some
for the
snacks.
stream. We got some food from Boosh. I'll get a package, actually, if you want to talk about.
Hi, Terry. Hi, Emily. Yeah, so this company, Boosh Foods, they're from British Columbia, so Western Canada. They are making vegan, gluten-free, like freezer ready, like ready-made freezer meals, which is pretty cool because there's not a lot of that like in the market for vegans. So
certainly not.
They gave us a few things, and we were trying the mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese. This one's called just mac and cheese and peas. We have the bolognese as well.
And that one has Beyond Meat in
Yes, and there's also we didn't make it this time around, but it's the curry vegetable bowl, something like that.
Yeah, cauliflower bowl.
Ooh. Oh, cauliflower bowl. And these are great because you don't have to go to a specialty store to get them. You can get them just at your Metro, which is where I got mine.
So thank you, Boosh, for sending us treats.
Yeah, we love it.
Hello, Amir. Hello, Mahat.
Amir, hello.
Okay. We have a lot of personal updates this week, I feel. We really
do.
Do you want to trade?
I kind of I think this is my favorite. Unless you want.
I want bits of it. I want bits.
There you go. I have to share.
Okay, so where to begin? And yeah, just keep saying hi. Let us know you're in the chat. Hi, Molly. Molly, is it Molly? I had my first in-person audition since March 13th, 2020. My last audition was like when the pandemic really hit in Toronto, and I remember going and like no one was really like wearing masks anywhere yet, just because you didn't know. Yeah. But I remember like having to like wear a glove to like sign my like actor sign-in sheet. And anyway, so it's all been like self-tapes since, but I finally got, an in-person audition of all things for voiceover, which is strange because that's like one of the easiest things to do at home. Yeah. But one of our friends, our friend Naomi, who does a lot of voice acting, was saying that it's a tactic to see if you can... Or you were saying that it's a tactic to see if I can do it in like one take. Go. Yeah. That's. I haven't been to any in-person auditions. I've had practice in studio, but I haven't been like called to a studio audition. But I imagine it's because they want to see, like how adept you are at just doing it in one take. Because that's what the engineers want, is just one clean take. That they can fiddle with, because if you're putting a lot of breaths in and then taking those out and then that's your submission, you're kind of like making, and they hire you, then it's more work for the engineer than if they went with someone who just could do it all in one breath. Sense, So, hi, Carrie.
Hi, Mom.
So yeah, it was cool. The sound engineer boys were really, really cute. I'll say that. They were very cute. Wow. And it was a fun time. It was a good experience, and I hope... I like auditioning by self-tape, especially for like on camera stuff where I'm seen, because obviously you can like control, you don't get nervous, you can control what take you send in, things like that. But it is nice to like go back to the studios, go back to the room. So that was exciting.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, and I left my serving job.
Oh, the focus is going in and out.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, it is.
What's going on?
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you for letting us know. What the heck?
We don't know what's going on.
If only we knew how our camera works.
If only we knew.
Hopefully this doesn't ruin anything.
Sorry if this... Oh, we're great. Oh, that's much better. Yeah? Yeah, that's a million times better.
Okay, sorry. I had it on the wrong... setting.
Okay. Do your update.
Okay. Are we in focus now? Is the question.
I think so. I'll watch it and make sure.
I feel like we're fuzzy. I think we're fuzzy.
Why is
Sorry,
that?
buddies. Why are we fuzzy? Maybe press down on the shutter. Halfway. Oh. All right, never mind. Hopefully this isn't really bad. Anyway, sorry friends. So yeah, I left my serving job. I'm not bartending or serving anymore for reasons I will explain in a future video.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Coming up.
But I'm excited, and hopefully it's my last one for a while. I'm excited to kind of take a break from it and just pursue the things I want to pursue, you know? So, yeah, it was really interesting because usually I don't know, before I was like, I mean, I guess every other time that I've left a serving job, it was like to do something else. So I shouldn't be too surprised, but just an update that's over and done with for a bit.
And in a stark contrast, I have not quit my serving job. But as you know, I think I mentioned that I quit a serving job weeks back. Anyway, I'm working at a plant-based restaurant. I won't say which one in Toronto just for safety reasons. But we had a very exciting guest at the restaurant this week. We served Daisy Ridley from Star Wars yesterday.
She's like the main girl. Like
she plays
the new
Rey. Yeah. And she was really nice. She definitely like. It was kind of cool to watch in a way, just from like a human perspective, because she was definitely like did not want to be seen. She was wearing a big hat, was very like into herself, like down looking at her phone, like hiding her face from people. But then I think there were only a couple other tables there and no one noticed her, and our staff all pretended we had no idea who it was. So I think once she saw that like no one was going to harass her, she immediately got so much more comfortable. Was like sitting back in her chair with like her margarita and like had a book out. So yeah,
that's really nice. That makes me happy that she felt like safe.
There. And she ate so much, which was wonderful, because obviously working in the film industry, like I've heard a lot of stories of like unfortunately actresses that like on set don't eat. So it was lovely to see just a person eating normally, lots.
Eating lots. She was just by herself.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Do you think she's in town filming something, or do you think she was just, is she from here?
No, she's from London. She's from England.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I would assume she's filming something,
Lots of stuff being filmed at the moment in Toronto.
Yeah, we're still out of focus. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I can manually...
Maybe if you can do a focus wheel, That's better. That's definitely better on me.
Does that make it even better?
Technical difficulties. Chewbacca was not there, no.
Is Chewbacca vegan? No.
Chewbacca? I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. I've never thought about that, and I've never noticed what Chewbacca eats if he eats in the movies.
I feel like he eats smaller rodent things.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. Like I don't know if I've ever actually seen him do it, but I could picture him
I think there's
picking
some
something up and eating it.
I think there's some jokes about that.
Okay.
But Daisy Ridley is vegan, obviously. Well, not
Love
obviously,
that.
but yeah.
Definitely chose a vegan spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Also, I'm now fully vaxxed.
You are.
Got my second dose.
As am I, as if you're a returning guest, you know.
Yeah,
I am too.
Exciting stuff. I'm a double Pfizer lady, if anyone cares about that.
I'm a double Moderna gang.
Oh, I thought you mixed. No,
didn't have to.
Double Moderna.
No.
Wow.
Pablo says, I bet it's so comfortable working in a plant-based restaurant in an ethical sense. Yes. And the snacks that we get fed very well. We get to take stuff home, and it's like so nice that it's all vegan, and like we meet so many people. Like I was talking to this like lovely like middle-aged couple just about like all the like health benefits, ethical benefits, like environmental benefits. We had such a like a long conversation. So you just meet really cool people, and like the vibes
like-minded
good.
people. Yeah. That's so great. I love that.
Yeah. And my coworkers, as I was telling Taylor, a few of them aren't vegan, but are kind of like becoming really open to the idea. Like they've been watching some documentaries, been like asking a lot of questions. So yeah, I guess I guess because they don't, like, obviously you're not going to be a carnist that works at a vegan place. Like, you're not going to get those types of people.
Yeah.
So even the omnivores that I work with are really open-minded.
Open-minded and open to it.
Yeah.
And plus they see how amazing the vegan food is. So they're probably like even extra open than they were before they worked there.
This place is like some of the best vegan food in the city.
So good. So good.
So yeah, I kind of walked in on a couple of the guys talking about how good they feel not eating meat, which, like, obviously for men, like, meat and masculinity are like so conflated in such like an unhealthy way. So it was really cool to just like see them bond over them kind of changing their lifestyle habits.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
And that's not your only job, is it, Marley?
It's not my only job.
Marley's got too many jobs.
So I am working with the Toronto Vegetarian Association, which is only vegetarian in name. It is a vegan, not-for-profit that I think will be changing their name in the future, but they've been around for 75 years, and they do Toronto Vegfest, Veg Food Fest every year. Last year was unfortunately digital, of course, because of the pandemic, but this year there are plans to do a festival. So I was out scouting locations this week, and I don't think I can say what location we're kind of like leaning towards because it's not finalized, but like it's gonna be really cool. So if you're someone who's watching from Toronto, like this is gonna be a really good year.
Yeah, keep your eye out. Follow them on Instagram so you're updated about when they do stuff.
I think it's at Toronto Veg. Yes, is the handle.
And I think we might have talked about this in the last stream as well, but they have some really cool content up on their YouTube channel as well. So if you want to go see some talks about some vegan stuff.
Yeah, I've been kind of working at re-editing their programming from last year. So they had people like Michael Greger speak, Dr. Neil Barnard, all kinds of like vegan filmmakers, like the people who made Cowspiracy, What the Health, etc. I edited a bunch of stuff today on that. I've edited a talk on like a panel on ethical investing, so I'm like learning so much as I'm like working through their content, which is really cool. So yeah, check them out. Toronto Veg Association, Vegetarian Association, follow them. Yeah,
very cool.
When is the Vegfest? September 11th.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we're also planning a kids camp.
Yeah, we were hired by our former college, who has a kids program all year round, but they also do camp programming. And so we will be teaching 12 children aged 8 to 12 how to become, the camp's called YouTube Stars.
Yeah, YouTube Stars.
So we are just going on a journey with them.
We're going on a journey. Marley and I are going to have a great time.
Yeah, we don't really like ever interact with children.
Yeah. We have experience like working with kids, but nothing super recently, so it'll be really interesting to communicate with some kiddos and hopefully show them the beauty of YouTube.
And being yourself. And being authentic.
Exactly. So I think that'll be cool. Teaching them like the basics of editing and things that you can teach yourself that are just like super valuable skills, you know? So especially nowadays. So we're really looking forward to that. That's coming up eventually. And we're also, we mentioned already we were making shirts today. My boyfriend owns a heat press. So basically maybe I'll walk you through it. I'll walk you through the process. So we bought our sweaters. My boyfriend has a heat press. It's basically like a giant iron. It's just one big hot piece of metal that you clamp down onto the shirts. And you do this so that you can transfer vinyl cutouts of what your design is onto your shirt. So it kind of melts it off of paper and into the fabric of the shirt. So I did a bunch of them last night, and then Marley came and helped me finish the rest of them today. You can actually see a TikTok on our TikTok. Yes. So if you follow us on TikTok, we just posted a TikTok of the process. So you can go look at that with Lil Nas X's new song, which we're a huge fan of the music video. It's so cool.
Love Lil Nas X.
Yeah, I love
everything he does. I love everything he does.
Yeah, he's great. But yeah, just finishing up the shirts today. So hopefully we're going to write a couple little thank you notes to everyone who bought them, because we do really appreciate it so much. Especially for our first launch, we're hoping to hopefully make it not just like a pre-order system where we have to print them all the time. So stay stay tuned for when our website or platform to purchase them. If you missed this pre-order and want some merch, stay tuned. And then hopefully this week we get them all shipped out to everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, depending on where you live, you might be getting it pretty soon. Pablo, it's got to cross the ocean, so I don't know, but maybe that's fast.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, I mean, it goes on a plane, right? Rather than, it might be even faster in a way than like ground.
Yeah, true.
Pablo, let us know when you get it versus like our our friends in like Ottawa or someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So those are our personal updates. What have you been like consuming in terms of media or art?
I've pretty much just been playing video games recently. I've been back on my video game lifestyle. So instead of like chilling after dinner and watching shows, I'll just like sit and play video games. Recently I've been playing a game called Days Gone, which is a zombie apocalypse. It's kind of like Far Cry, like open world. You get vehicles and you shoot things. Kind of concept. You can't really play like with other friends, but you ride a motorcycle, which I love, and you can drift and you can do donuts. And there's cool zombies, so I've been playing that. I recommend it. I think it didn't get a great rating. People kind of called it like typical and kind of like it's been done before, but I don't feel that. I feel like it was a really good story in its own thing. Like, sure, zombies are like it's done a lot, but I think it was really cool. Like the motorcycle mechanics and the story was good. Yeah, so I just finished that, and now I'm doing all the side quests because I can't stop playing it. If you guys have any video game recommendations, I have a Switch and I have a PS4, so let me know. And I've also been watching the Meet the Parents film series just on Netflix, so that's like Meet the Fockers and Little Fockers. And I've been enjoying them a lot more than I thought I would. It's really great. I'm a big fan.
Cool.
What about you?
I have been watching the Netflix show Manifest, which is like number 1 or 2 on Canadian Netflix right now. It's like kind of not good in a way. So basically the main plot that you learn in episode 1 is that this family, they're coming back from a vacation in Montego Bay, and when they get to the airport, the flight is overbooked. So the airline is like, we'll pay people $400 per person in order to take the next flight. If you're willing to take the next flight, you'll get $400. So half the family is like, we'll take $400. So like the main character, her brother, and like his son who has cancer his like 8-year-old son stays behind while the rest of the family goes on the original flight. And then something happens in the air, and when they land, it's 5 years in the future. And so there's like a whole conspiracy theory of like what happened, who's behind it. Like the government takes some of the people from the airline, and now they have like telepathic like powers and stuff. But also they're dealing with like the interpersonal drama of like they're like partners moving on and getting married and like so it's like a great concept, but like it's kind of poorly written what it feels like. And I think it's because like their perspective is probably that audiences don't have like the attention span, but it feels like every scene was like written and then they took out anything unnecessary, any like dialogue that adds nuance, and then just like put the bare bones in. So everything's like rushed.
I don't like that.
It's kind of bad. The actors are trying their best, but it's addictive because you're like, what? It's kind of like Lost, but not good.
Mysterious.
Yeah.
And bad.
My hot take, I think the Manifest plot is good, but not the actors. Wow. But I don't know, it could be the dialogue.
Like, the writing,
it's really hard to be good when your dialogue is that bad.
It's true.
Pablo asks if you've played God of War.
I have. I played not the most recent one, but the one where I forget what it's called, but he has his son. He's like moved on because God of War is based off of like the Greek gods, and basically you're I don't know the older plots, but basically you're like the god of war. You killed Ares and you've become the god of war, and he's like this badass dude, and he's like he was enslaved by the gods, so he has like these cool like chain tattoos, and they become like his weapons. Anyway, but so you become the god of war, and all the gods are like trying to kill you because you killed Ares, and then so in the one that I played, he moved moved away. He's like, I'm done with this now. And slowly, he starts off like really vengeful, and then he slowly becomes a bit more like peaceful and whatever. But he, in the one I played, he moved to like, I don't even know where. Like Norse mythology. He moved to like far north, and he had a son, and it's basically him like teaching his son how to be a warrior. And all these like Norse gods are trying to beat him up too, because that's just like part of the game. And it's really cool. The graphics are really beautiful. The story is so good. It's just like next level. It's a really beautiful game.
Wow.
So yes, I have played it, and I like it a lot. Maybe we should play the older ones then.
Taylor Marshall says, I used to play video games till I got addicted to World of Warcraft.
Oh, I have heard that. I've heard that a lot from a lot of my friends. Where they just can't, now they want to play that game, and then when they start, they can't stop.
Taylor also says Lost was absolutely awful, dragged on too long. The first few seasons are fire. Like season 1 is fire, and then like it just devolves into a hot mess.
Do you think?
Same thing with like The 100. I think it's hard with shows that have such a deep conspiracy theory when they try to drag them on for seasons, because the conspiracy theory like is only cool insofar as it's been conceived, and then when you try to add extra shit, you like
ruin it,
unravel what you've done, I think.
Yeah.
In a way.
And it's kind of like when you have a scary movie and you show the monster too much, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Like you want it to go on longer, but people you need to learn more things about the story, about like the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Otherwise people just get frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, what is this thing you're not telling us?
Yeah. Amir says the God of War becomes a vegan in the end. No, probably not.
Wait, does he? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I've never played a video game in my life.
Yo, Pablo, you know what is a really good one? It's called... oh my gosh, what's it called? Hang on. Keep talking, Marley.
Emily plays Stardew Valley.
I love Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is pretty much... it's a farming simulator. But it's in, I think, 16-bit. And you can play it on your computer. You can play it on Switch. And you basically raise a little farm. And it's very cute. It's not... You could play it vegan. But I don't know if it's 100% vegan. It's not vegan because you like milk cows and stuff and whatever. But they're virtual. So it's kind of like... There is a debate, though, in the vegan sphere of like, can you play those games vegan? And there are people who go into things like Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley, and they play it vegan. So in Animal Crossing, you can fish, and then you put them in the museum and you collect them, whatever, or you can catch bugs. And so if you play it vegan, then you just like don't catch any fish or anything like that. And it's seems strange because it's a huge part of the game. But you can have the option to opt out of it. So
I think there are a variety of perspectives on the ethics of that.
They're not real.
Then you can say that you're glorifying the practice of it, but like I don't have an opinion on it.
Yeah, I like Stardew Valley, and I like Animal Crossing, and I also like Harvest Moon. I played the one on GameCube. That was my favorite. That's what I grew up with.
Taylor says The Walking Dead is also dragged on too long.
Yes, I read some of the. You know what's really good? The person who wrote The Walking Dead has also done a superhero show, which is available on Netflix, and it's called Invincible. And it's so good. Okay. And it's cool because you think like, oh, superheroes, it's cheesy to a way, like a certain degree. They're all like pretty family friendly when it comes to that genre, but it's the Walking Dead guy, and the Walking Dead creator is like I don't want to swear, but whatever, like kind of like he's gets like graphic, like he does really graphic stuff, and so you're watching it, and this is kind of a spoiler, but you're watching and you're like, okay, it's like a typical superhero movie, and then it takes a turn, and you're like, cool. It's so good, and I cannot wait for the next season to come out. It's so good.
The show I'm most disappointed about its cancellation is the OA. On Netflix. It's been canceled, but there is a theory that like because the end of season 2 was kind of meta, that like that it was a publicity stunt to cancel it, and I can't tell you why because that would spoil the show for you. But I think it's just really canceled, and that's really disappointing because it was, I don't know, I thought it was really brilliant and like one of the craziest plots. One of the craziest plots.
I didn't like the first season.
I don't know what to tell you. The second season's fire though.
Maybe you've said this to me before, and then I go, maybe I'll watch the second season.
OA,
but I didn't.
And my favorite season of television ever is True Detective season 2. Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey? I think so. Heck, loved the OA.
Well, there you go.
Someone asked us Fave Cuisine. Also, our favorite cuisine.
I love. Ooh.
It's hard.
I like Thai food. Thai food's
really?
good.
Is that your favorite?
We get it a lot.
Okay. I think I like Italian food a lot. I mean, most of it's not vegan, but like I do like veganized Italian food.
Yeah.
I like sushi a lot. Again, not vegan, but like
obviously
I eat vegan.
Yes.
I am a vegan, everybody. I'm not a fraud. Imagine I've been a fraud this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if any like
people have pretended to be vegan.
Yeah, just like fully pretended, because obviously people have like quit.
Yeah.
But like I
done it for attention and then quit and been just kidding.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Okay, other people like the OA too.
Well, I can accept that.
Okay, great.
And I also wanted to say, if you guys like, oh my God, what's the show that the game we were just talking about? God of War. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a great game to play when you're not playing that game. The concept is really, really cool. The creators worked with people who suffer from like suffered from like psychotic episodes, and people who have hallucinations. So like schizophrenic people and people who just have had like psychotic episodes where they have experienced hallucinations. And they created a game about a girl in like ancient, she's Norse. She's not a Viking, but her village is attacked by Vikings and everyone is murdered. And the Vikings used to do like really horrific stuff to people, just to like scare everyone. And so it's a hereditary. I feel like I'm describing this maybe badly, but her mom had the same mental health problems as her, and she was like a witch, and people didn't like her. But some people came to her for like spiritual advice, and so her whole village is killed, and she's on a quest to save her lover's soul. But as you play the game, you experience her hallucinations, auditory and visual. So you never know what's real. And it's really cool because they worked with people and mental health professionals to create the game, so you know that it's done with the best intentions, and you play with headphones on. It's really cool and scary. So if you like that kind of stuff, that's a game to check out. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Scary if they put it into like VR.
VR, yeah.
Okay. The regarding Animal Crossing, if it didn't hurt anyone real, Shannon thinks it's fine. I think so too.
Yeah, that's my mindset as well.
But I respect if someone has a different opinion. Yeah. On that topic. Taylor Marshall says that she thinks that's what Logan Paul kind of did. Was Logan Paul vegan?
What? Or I'm looking this up. Logan.
Amir says, I think they should make more games that show veganism in a positive light. Yeah. Things where you have to like empathize with animals or help animals. Amir,
yeah, that'd be cute.
Write it and take it to some developers.
A sanctuary game instead of like a farming game. A sanctuary game.
Patent it.
We're busy. Sorry, end of stream. We gotta go do something. Okay, it looks like here we got. Let me drag this over so we can take a peek. Everyone can look at this. Look at this. Yeah, it looks like he recently. Logan Paul.
Vegan diet. Look at that.
Although
then, it's a good thing, so long as he doesn't then drop it and claim that he was
dying.
Yeah.
Wait, when was this written?
Look it
because I don't think he's 23. When was this written? Why is there no date? That's a pet peeve of mine. I want to know when this was written.
Look up Logan Paul's. Look up Google Logan Paul, and then we'll cross-reference his age.
Paul age. He's 26, so this is quite some time ago.
But did he quit veganism? Is that what? Search Logan real time, folks. We're finding out.
Because now he's boxing and MMA fighting and stuff. Declared himself vegan on occasion. I wonder if he has declared himself vegan on occasion or he has declared himself vegan on occasion.
Yeah.
Is Logan Paul still vegan? Let's take a peek.
It's so funny as vegans to hear that, like how funny that sentence is. Like when you're I'm kind of vegan or I'm sort of vegan. Or
Yeah.
Vegan sometimes, and we're like, that's not real, friends.
Okay, 2019, we're seeing he's going back to vegan someday. Okay. So, never mind.
Oh, Taylor says he stopped.
Ah, okay. I see that.
See, and that's the issue. He's representing the vegan community.
Yeah.
Anyway, but not our King Joaquin.
Never our King Joaquin.
Okay, let's
that was
get
a fun
into,
little side note.
Vegan news?
Vegan news! Dun, dun, dun. Dum, dum.
You gotta tell me what the vegan news is.
The vegan news is...
Yeah, so I came across this article.
This is in our title.
This has been a debate for a while.
Yeah.
One of the things I was editing this week was a talk about ethical investing, and they talked about Oatly. So this is a great article. It is rather long, but I do highly recommend reading it. So it goes into how Oatly took a rather large investment from a company called Blackstone that does, as many large companies do, problematic stuff to the environment and things. And that people are upset about it and kind of like denounced Oatly for doing that. But it gets into the reality of entering that space and becoming a publicly traded company on as large a level as Oatly has. That unfortunately, that just may be a reality for a lot of vegan companies, is that they may take money from companies that are not vegan. And so I think that that's up to like us as consumers, whether or not we want to support that. Because even like Daya, for example, is owned by a company that tests on animals. So it's like, I don't judge someone either way. I think that it's sort of like on a big level similar to when you choose to eat at like KFC or something. And you're eating the vegan option, but of course they kill tons of chickens. Yeah. But in a way, supporting that vegan option does change the supply and demand of that company.
Oh, yeah.
So again, I respect your decision to not support KFC, but I respect your decision also if you want to buy the chicken sandwich to support that item. So yeah, that's just something to look at when you're thinking about ethical stocks. Look up the chain of what is being supported, and decide if that's something that you want to be a part of. But I do think it's just like the reality of what we're going to see as like vegan companies continue to get bigger. And every time we like Just Egg, like every time it happens, it's like a controversy. Like Just Egg like did this or whatever did this, but I think just like do your research on it. So that you know how you feel about it.
Yeah. And then hopefully that won't be the case as vegan brands become more prevalent.
Yes, Emily said there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
I bought stock in Oatly and it's not doing too well right now. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nothing's really doing great at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Oh, also, I saw... Emily says there's a video game about being lost in the woods, and there's like a hidden badge if you play through the whole game vegan. I can't remember the name though. If you think of it, DM us on Instagram because I want to play it. When I hear Lost in the Woods, I think of Try Not to Die, but I think because you can like catch rabbits and eat like berries and things. So if it's Try Not to Die, let me know. But also DM me if it's something else. Anyway. Amir says it's so much easier to make your own oat milk.
This is true.
It is true. Sometimes it gets slimy though.
There are ways I don't know what they are, but
yeah, there are ways
read about like tricks to like improve.
Yeah, to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, did you guys hear about vegan craft dinner? Cue it up. Did you hear about vegan craft dinner? And is craft dinner a thing in your country?
KD is like a Canadian. It's a Canadian staple. It's part of our. It's part of the Canadian culture.
It is orange. And yeah, so this also, if you don't follow Zachary Bird on any platform, like he's on TikTok, he's on Instagram, he's on everything. He's an Australian chef, and he is, without a doubt, don't fight me on this, like the funniest vegan, the single funniest vegan in the game.
We love him so much. His TikToks are so funny. I followed him for his funny vegan TikToks, but he also has amazing recipes.
Yeah. So yeah, he posted this, lives in Australia. It's only in Australia so far. I think we have to go there to get it.
Yes.
We have to go there and get it.
Yes. He's so funny.
If anyone watches this and lives in Australia, DM us and arrange shipping.
Yes.
We will pay. We will pay for it.
Yes.
We will reimburse you.
Yes.
Please ship it to us.
Please.
I actually had a bite of it like a couple years ago. My roommate Suzanne was eating it, and I was like, what does that taste like now? And it was gross.
The vegan KD?
No, the regular KD. It was like slimy. The like lactose slime.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it at all.
I want this. I really hope it tastes the same. He's crying, so I think it's good.
Yeah.
Is this available in Canada?
No.
Oh gosh.
Unless we import it. We have to find someone. We have to find an Australian follower.
A call to action. Please send us Crafton and also his book.
I think we have like quite a few Australian followers. Like our analytics tell me that we have the most followers in the US, Canada, the UK, and Australia.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Well, Australians, we need your assistance.
Help us.
Yeah, they really do need to bring it to Canada. I'm surprised they didn't bring it here first. But then again, Canada, like Tim Hortons used to have vegan stuff, and then now we don't. So I don't know if Canadians are as vegan. I thought we were pretty vegan, but maybe I wonder which country is the most vegan. I'm gonna Google it.
We're gonna Google it. Mahek, do you want to go in on a shipment? Do you want to split a shipment of kitty?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Can we order it from their website? Israel. I think we knew this already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your mom says I'll ask David.
Oh yeah, my grandpa lives in Australia.
Asking him to ship us vegan KD. Would he do it?
He would. Of course he would. He would. That's actually a sick idea. Okay, maybe I'll send him an email.
Maybe it's on eBay. I live in Australia. Allegra, I live in Australia. If I find it, I'll DM you. DM us. We will transfer you money.
Let me ask my grandpa first. If he gets confused, then we can...
Taylor Marshall says, what happened to the Beyond stuff at Tim's? Listen.
It's because... Tim Hortons is... it's like... how do I say? Like, it's everywhere. And it's very, like working class...
Canadiana,
and I think like a lot of the times, like when I worked there, it was like a lot of truckers, it was people who worked in the mill, it was people who you wouldn't exactly peg as a vegan. Of course, these people can't not be vegans, but oftentimes these people live in small towns, they live outside of the sphere of
urban vegan. People don't go to Tim Hortons.
No, exactly.
So we have lots of, like, per capita, a lot of Tim Hortons in Toronto, but we don't really go to them.
Yeah, people do go, but like Marley and I don't, as vegans don't go because they don't have a lot of options. Anyway, but they had a breakfast sandwich that was like a Beyond sausage, and it just didn't sell well, so they just stopped selling it. Instead of like having it in select Tim Hortons, but at least now they have almond milk. It took them forever though. It's so surprising how long it took them to put that in.
M says, sorry, I'm still a new subscriber, but what are your opinions on soy? I know there's some contradiction about whether it's bad for the environment or insignificant. Compared to how much livestock consumes. From what, again, we're not experts. We're absolutely not experts. But what we have read implies that the bigger concern is the soy that the animals are consuming.
Only 12% of like grain production. So that includes like barley, oats, soy, and maybe a couple other that I'm forgetting. Only 12% of that is consumed by humans, which is a huge amount of other things. So I don't have a problem with it. I also don't have any like intolerances to soy. So I eat it up. I ate it all up, and it's great.
Taylor says, last time I went to Tim's, I asked for just a bagel and peanut butter. We do that all the time.
Yes.
Because we went on a road trip last week. Check out our Sanctuary vlog coming out next Monday.
Monday.
So freaking good.
I'm excited.
It's The animals are so sweet. I get cold brew from Tim's and pull out a small container with oat milk. They do have almond.
It's complicated. Yeah.
Now, so that's nice.
Yeah. It only took them like everywhere else had non-dairy milk. And my argument was, even for the people who are lactose intolerant, like, it's not just for like these urban
I feel
vegans.
like milk is the one thing that omnivores are very willing to change.
Yes.
If there's anything that they're most easily willing to switch over, it's milk.
Yeah. And milk, vegan milk is actually the largest plant-based food industry. It's $2.5 billion.
And that's why we got to be looking at who's investing in.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mom did not like the Tim Hortons sandwich. So maybe it was also just gross.
I don't know, because like it didn't have other like to get the plant-based sandwich, you could only, as a vegan, you could only get lettuce and tomato and like literally no mayonnaise or sauce or anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like Beyond Meat kind of gets oily and fatty, and if it's like sitting in a heater for a long time, I imagine it wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. But if they try again, I'd love a Sandy sandwich. Vegan cream cheese. That's maybe asking for too much, though.
Eve's Deli Meats, maybe? I
Ooh,
don't know.
That'd be nice.
I don't know.
We will see.
We will see.
Oh, Mahek says some Tim's locations in Ontario did have Just Egg.
They did.
I didn't know that.
I did.
Come on, man. Come on. Speaking of oat milk, deedly-dee. This is just in the news. I think it's a step in the right direction, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So this 75-year-old dairy brand just launched its first vegan milk, and it's made from barley and oats. It's a Canadian brand. It's Purity Dairy, so some of our Canadian people might be familiar with that. And they pretty much just talk about how they're shifting, and it's, for a brand to shift, it's pretty expensive. But generally, it's interesting. They have, why is this one blue and this one's...
Oh, the first one's vanilla.
Oh, okay, flavor-wise.
Just original, and the third one's
chocolate. For a second, I thought that, because you know how milk has like 2%, 1%?
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe like a difference in...
Creaminess?
Creaminess. So I think that this is a good sign of like how it's going to be going with a lot of animal product companies in the future, because as we know, the dairy industry in Canada and North America generally, and also in UK, gets a lot of subsidies from the government because they can't keep themselves afloat because people don't buy that much of their stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think that because people are going nuts for, oat milk and all those sorts of things, that they're just kind of like doing a pivot. So I think it's a good thing. However, I also think that unless a brand is 100% vegan, that I'm not gonna purchase from them, at least in this case where there's so many other fully vegan brands.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to talk about it because I think that's great, because the dairy industry in Canada is huge.
Yeah, I think this points to the future, and I think it's really irresponsible for the governments to continue to subsidize these industries and not subsidize industries that will save our planet and the animals.
Yeah, another really great point coming from this is also because one could argue if you're asking the government to stop funding these businesses, that's also taking jobs away from people. Yeah. But if a brand is just pivoting and doing like a slow transition into just vegan products, which I don't know if this would 100% happen with this brand, but you never know. We've seen it happen before. Yep. At least they're saving some jobs or changing jobs, like maybe, I don't know if one could just go from being a cow supervisor to being an oat supervisor. I don't know how that works, but hopefully, hopefully that is how that works.
Amir says, as soon as dairy farmers realize in plant-based milk, they'll be magically more open-minded. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And that's the thing, like, that is happening, and like, there are like restaurants in Toronto that are like vegan but aren't even owned by vegans.
Yeah.
Because they're just seeing that they can capitalize. And like, again, like that's a thing that I feel like you as the consumer need to figure out what your position on, because like it's still another vegan business. Yeah. But then it's like you're putting money in the pocket of someone that might go open a non-vegan. So it's like, I don't know. I think there's things to be debated.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Which could be an interesting segment.
Adriana from Glasgow.
Hello.
Hi. Yes, we made them all. They're all done, and we're going to ship them out in the next few days.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't take too long to get to Scotland.
Yes.
Have a good sleep.
Yeah, have a good sleep. Thanks for stopping by. So sweet.
I love all the Pablo and the other wild Europeans that are like up right now.
Yeah,
watching
so
the stream.
late.
Is anybody else from
Europe?
From Europe or anywhere further?
Yeah.
And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next up, we have a fun update from last week's stream. Another news thing, which y'all might remember. Do I have it up yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But anyway, to recap, so last week we were talking about how a Subway sandwich location in California was someone tested a batch of their tuna and found no tuna.
Yeah.
And couldn't identify the substance. And then
they debated. They couldn't decide if the tuna had just been so processed that their DNA somehow was lost.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know how DNA works, but somehow it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
So it could just kind of be like how they have imitation crab, where it's just like some other fish.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't say anything about that. Anyway, but then a vegan fish
company
trolled them.
Like parked their like food truck outside of this Subway and then just like gave out free sandwiches.
Yeah, and their thing was their gimmick was try some real vegan tuna.
Yeah.
Because this is they were like making a joke that it wasn't even fish. It's just because they called it an unknown concoction or something, or concoction of unknown substances, which sounds like it was made of I don't know what. But anyway, so this is the update for y'all. Wow.
What did they say? What's the actual statement?
Let's see. Oh, so a mixture of various concoctions in its popular tuna sandwiches. The plaintiffs allege the hero ingredient wasn't what it was being marketed as, but instead made from anything but tuna.
What did they say, though, about what's their statement on more vegan stuff?
Okay, they're talking about...
Because, like, I feel like Subway would be so easy to veganize. Like, they have no business having their breads be not vegan.
Oh, well, their breads.
Yeah, some of them are not.
Yeah, but it's because there's like cheese on them or something, you know? Which they could make vegan and put vegan cheese on it. Applewood smoked.
Okay, a long-term commitment to the chain's continual transformation. This includes a shake-up to its core menu, including refreshed proteins. However, Subway has not added a new plant-based protein to its U.S. locations in 2021. For a short time, they did offer the meatball marinara sub made with Beyond Meat. Yeah, we had that in Canada too. I never tried it, but
or they said adding more plant-based options to its menu to meet growing consumer demands for meat-free alternatives.
Give us the stuff.
Imagine a meatball sub for vegans.
Well, they had it.
They did?
Yeah,
And then they got rid of
already
it?
had it, and then they took it off the menu.
Those dum-dums.
Yeah.
Those silly peeps.
Silly
I
fellas.
want to buy some of this good catch stuff.
Your mom says Subway rarely has the vegan patties here anyway. Yeah. I think I've had the vegan patty. They have falafel in some locations in urban areas.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Anyway.
Hey, what is the vegan patty? Is it like a Beyond Meat or is it?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
And
should we quiz?
Oh yeah, we're just about nearing the end.
We can go over.
I just really quick. I saw an article on this sanctuary in Spain where a photographer went and took a bunch of pictures of all these animals, and they kind of share their stories. And the photographer actually stopped eating meat after they visited the farm. And I just thought that this picture was really cool to show because this is a male dairy cow.
His name is Pedro. The cow's name is Pedro.
I love it. Look at him. But you never ever see a male dairy cow.
Yeah.
I guess a bull, dairy bull. And I saw this and I was like, whoa, that looks so weird. And then I realized we never see him. So I thought, especially like the spotted one.
Cutie.
So, and here's some of the other pictures. This pig is getting electrotherapy on its leg. It must have hurt itself.
Yeah.
Here's another little piggy.
The pigs were so sweet that we met at the sanctuary.
They were so sweet. Here's a duck. This is kind of a sad. Just holding the duck. Here's a goat. Needs a little wheelchair. This guy's got a little cast. some more cows. A cool little lean-to situation there. Dog with a diaper. Cute. This is them like planning their day, talking about the animals, eating breakfast, and I think that's it. That's all. But yeah, the photographer hasn't eaten meat since she went to the farm, which is great.
Nice.
And fun fact, Marley told me this, that Spain's actually one of the safest countries for females.
Yeah, I saw TikTok. A guy was doing TikToks on like the safest. He does TikToks on a lot of like things he Googles, and he did the safest and the most dangerous countries in the world for women, based on a number of things like actual like street violence and domestic violence and like laws and stuff. And it was Spain was the most, and South Africa was the least safe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting stuff.
We're gonna play some games because we have a couple minutes left of the stream.
We had so much fun playing Buzzfeed games last week or Buzzfeed quizzes. So we're just gonna do more Buzzfeed.
We're doing it again, folks. So as always, we're starting off. As always, we've done this once before. We're starting off with the quiz. What Buzzfeed quiz are you?
Oh, Em says this is the first stream I've watched where I'm not bored. LOL. Thank you.
Like ever or of ours?
Oh, she's got to go do school. That's honestly fair.
Yeah.
Come back anytime.
We're here every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we usually get yums, and we do this.
And we fucking shoot the shit. Oh, I shouldn't swear on here.
I've already said the F word. I think maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Thanks for stopping by. So, Marley did this last time.
Yes.
The which BuzzFeed quiz are you? So I'm gonna do this one. So, how would your friends describe you? I would say creative.
Yeah.
Marley said perfectionist. Taco or burrito? Taco. Which app do you use most? YouTube, I think. Okay. I always have to be watching a YouTube video. Pick a color. Light blue. Pirates or ninjas? I think pirates. Which class is your favorite? I would probably say English. I feel like I'm saying a lot of the same ones as you. Personality quiz. Okay, we got the same thing.
Let's go to the personality quizzes. And this is arbitrary. Like, we're picking things that we think look funny. So if you see something,
if you see something, can I just write personality?
I think we
quiz?
did try this last week and it didn't work.
Oh yeah.
You spelled.
How much you personify numbers? What does that mean?
That doesn't sound fun.
I'm confused.
I want characters. I want like movie characters. I want to know, is there a Sex in the City quiz?
I don't want to watch. Oh, because you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I haven't seen that. Sex in the City?
And.
Oh, okay. I accidentally clicked search. And the city. Okay. Sarah Jessica Parker
which Sex and the City man will you end up with? This is what I want. This is what I want, folks.
Here we go.
This is the content that I'm here to make. Pick the word that describes you best.
We got polite. We got smart, creative, independent, passionate, funny, grounded, charming.
Independent.
Ooh.
I think.
Follow your instincts.
Pick where you meet him. The local bar.
At a coffee shop. At a country club. At a dinner party. At an art gallery opening. At the airport. At the park. Or at a grocery store.
I'm going to go with at an art gallery opening.
Wow.
Oh, I know who this is going to be now. It's too late.
Well, you never know.
It's going to be Baryshnikov. I know it's going to be Baryshnikov.
Pick a career. Interior designer, physical therapist, CEO, artist, lawyer, surgeon, restaurant owner, or podcast host.
Podcast host. I think it's just funny. Is it going to be Joe Rogan? He wasn't in Sex and the City.
He was not in Sex and the City, but if they put that in there, I would die. Okay.
Yeah.
Pick a date for him to plan. Picnic in the park with a walk. Tickets to a sporting event. Dinner theater tickets. Opera. Cooked a meal and watch Netflix. Hang out in Napa for the weekend. Wow. Foreign film festival and dim sum karaoke night.
Emily says that she hopes I get Aiden, and thank you.
Who is
That's
he?
very kind. He's one of the good ones.
Aww.
Foreign film festival and dim sum.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Vegan dim sum, of course.
Yes.
Pick a place to settle down. Brooklyn, New York. Paris, France. The Hamptons, New York. Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
I'm sorry.
Have you never said it out loud?
No.
Okay.
Hollywood, California. Toronto, Ontario. We don't
Toronto.
talk like that. That sounds very Minnesotan. Manhattan or Boston, Massachusetts.
Manhattan, New York.
Whoa. Big city girl. Pick a wedding venue. On a farm. At a fancy loft with a city view. At a church and local banquet hall. At a rooftop restaurant. So, never mind. At a museum. On the beach. At an old manor house. At the botanical gardens.
I will take the old manor house for 100, please.
Whoa.
Thank
I would have
you.
picked botanical gardens. It's pretty. Pick a weekend activity together. Antique hunting for a refinishing project. Paddle boarding. My mom, shout out to my mom. She likes to paddleboard with her wiener dog. Farmer's market and make dinner for friends. Tennis and steam room at the club. Ooh. Street art festival. Volunteering in the community. Weekend at bed and breakfast. Or biking in the park and lunch.
Weekend at bed and breakfast.
Ooh. Pick a dream trip. Camping in Wyoming, seeing a soccer match in Spain. Disney World and Universal Studios. Marley, are you a Disney adult?
No, this is vile. Absolutely not. All of these options are vile.
Cruise of Egypt. Stay at a castle in Ireland. Cultural tour of Japan. Overwater hut in Bora Bora. Don't lose your earrings. Explore the art scene in Lima, Peru.
Cultural tour of Japan. Thank you.
That sounds really great, doesn't it? Pick the perfect gift for him. Smartwatch, camera, golf clubs, home theater system, grill, tools, courtside tickets for his favorite team, cufflinks.
Grill for all his vegetables. No, don't pick grill.
Oh.
I'm making a vegan joke. Because he would be a vegan man.
Yes.
Let's go with camera.
Camera it is. And finally, pick how many kids you'll have with him.
2.
2. Marley wants 2 little babies.
Oh no! Oh my god!
His eyebrow, I don't like that.
Mr. Big is one of the worst men ever to be created.
Tell me why.
Mr. Big led Carrie on and gaslit her for season after season and then left her at the altar in the first movie. And then
Did
they
get
got back
married
together.
In a what's the place you wanted to get married again?
No, it was a church, I believe. No, it was the steps of a library or something in that movie. Oh my god, Emily. I did not get Aiden, I got Mr. Big.
Mr. Big, she's dying.
It's not what I wanted.
Oh.
It's awful. Oh
Mom
my
wants
God.
me to tell you about restauranting in the same place as JSP
Jessica Sarah Parker.
in New York City.
Taylor
I don't
clearly
know.
doesn't understand.
Did we
That
go
reference?
somewhere and she was there? I know that because when we went to New York, it was
Yeah.
when I was like 19 or 20, I think. And we went, and I remember Rosie O'Donnell was there. That's the only celebrity I remember
Cool.
seeing. I don't know why. Mom was like, Rosie O'Donnell. And I was
Rosie was big in the 90s.
like, she was. Look at his gross eyebrows. So what, he's just like a millionaire? Millionaire man?
He's just a bad man. He's just a bad man. And he's a bad man.
Stinky.
Okay, you do a quiz.
All right, let's see. What are these? Which guy from Grey's Anatomy will you end up with? Don't know. I haven't watched that
Yeah.
show. You're either gonna date Tom Holland or Rihanna, and this guy is okay. That's the one. I love that there's like the fake controversy of Tom Holland being married to Nicki Minaj and then cheating
I
on
didn't
Nicki
know that.
Minaj with Zendaya.
Oh.
It's just a meme I see all the time. What's most important in your partner? I guess kindness. Pick a sport, boxing or golf. Golf, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. You get to walk around and drink.
Okay.
I love that. Where would you like the date to be? Probably a pub.
Okay.
Oh, amusement park's fun too.
It's too late.
It's too late. Pick a BFF. Who's Melissa Ford?
I don't know.
Zendaya. Describe yourself. Adventurous, funny, bold, or stylish. Adventurous? I'm like spontaneity. Pick a pet. My favorite. Okay, so I see guinea pigs twice. Maybe it's just the kind of guinea pig.
I like the ones eating things. Are they eating carrots? Are they eating Cheetos? I also like this kitty that looks alarmed.
Yeah, he's like, he got some
holy
bad
hell,
news,
yeah.
or someone just broke into the apartment.
Let me steady myself. I think you should pick him.
Or the dogs. There's a weird bird, and then horses. I do love horses. But recently, maybe you guys can give me your thoughts on this. Recently, I've been having like an ethical dilemma of like, if I ever rescue a horse or have a horse somehow, is it bad for me to ride it? Because you have to break them. I don't think they really like being ridden unless they've been broken. I don't know. Does anyone know anything about horses? Oh, Mom says, went out with Tyler and she was sitting behind us. Oh, not with Matthew B, by the way. Do you know who that is?
Matthew Broderick is Sarah Jessica Parker's husband.
Well.
Yes.
Well. I feel like Suzanne today.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about pop culture. I think I will. Oh, but I like dogs. Recently, I've been really wanting a Chihuahua, or like a Chihuahua mix. And they're easy to find at shelters. Because they're so small. And they get really old and it's funny. I'm going to go with dog because that's what I've been wanting recently. Dream job. Artist, cafe owner, dancer, police, bartender, fashion stylist. I'm going to say artist. Tom Holland. Woo, woo, woo. Little Spider-Man man. Tom Holland. With Tom Holland, you'll get more than just a superhero. Throw in a kind-hearted person with immense talent and a romantic accent. Say hello to the best date ever. I like how they just show his, like, it's very, very Spider-Man. Thematically, it fits. Yeah. Who do you guys wish that, who do you want to date? Tom Holland or Rihanna? Should we do one more? We're going to go over time, but.
There's no time limit. This is our show.
You're right. We can do whatever the heck we want. Yeah. Okay. Are you more Edward or Jacob based on your favorite celebrity couples? Okay. Are you anyone here team Edward or team Jacob? I was team Jacob.
I was team Edward. And I kind of hate it. Like, I kind of hate that choice for myself.
I mean, objectively, Taylor Lautner is worse than Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson is pretty sick. I love all of his movies.
He's pretty funny too.
Yeah, he's funny and he's so talented.
Okay, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Choose a couple.
Ellen and Portia or Zayn and Gigi.
It's just Ellen's been kind of not great lately, so I'm gonna go with Zayn and Gigi.
Cool.
Choose an iconic duo: Selena and Justin or Chrissy and John. Selena and Justin.
I was gonna say Chrissy is again not been.
Choose a married couple: Sofia Vergara and John Manganiello or Kim Kardashian. Why are they giving such poor options on the back end of these?
And they need to update it. Kim and Kanye are no longer married.
Yeah, let's go with Kim and Kanye though, just to like mess things up a little bit. Choose a young couple.
Aww.
Mac Miller. We have to go with Mac Miller.
Always Ariana and Mac.
Yeah.
Mac is such a.
Which couple do you envy? Chris Hemsworth and I don't know who that is. Definitely the left one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sophia Richie and Scott Disick. Disgusting. Halsey and G-Eazy. I guess Halsey and G-Eazy. I know that didn't go well.
No.
But this couple, this quiz sucks.
No.
I just want to see what happens at the end.
Yeah. That's major goals.
Let's go with Kit Harington and Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. I am Edward Cullen.
You are Edward Cullen. You are an intense, fierce, and strong-willed person with a razor-sharp wit and captivating charisma. You enjoy the finer things in life and love doing anything creative or academic. You're extremely passionate and often come on too strong. You tend to think with your head rather than your heart. Not wrong.
They just get me. They get me with these Buzzfeed quizzes.
Yeah, they do. All right. Well... I hope you enjoyed watching us take BuzzFeed quizzes.
Maybe we'll do more next week.
Yeah, let us know. Do you like this, or do you want us to do? We also have like the 1001 questions thing. We have done siblings or dating, and that was really fun because you guys can vote too. Yeah, maybe we'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, buddies. We're gonna skedaddle. We're gonna mosey on out of here. Marley's gonna go get some ice cream.
Yeah. If you haven't watched our newest video where we react to ourselves, highly recommend. And stay tuned for our sanctuary vlog next week.
Here it comes. Yeah. Okay.
And as always, vegan.
Oh, we're going to redo that. And as always, vegan. Oh my God, these poor people.
One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Vegan. Why? Okay, we need to pick a pitch.
Okay, yeah. Vegan.
Okay.
Vegan Yums. We got there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, buddies. Bye-bye.